Hi again, it's Greg, and today I'm going to do a little experiment. I have a broken garage door, and I'm going to see if I have sufficient skills to fix it, having learned only from YouTube how to do the job. So the test is, can I do the job safely, effectively? Did YouTube teach me well enough? Did I learn well enough? Let's find out. So what we have here, this torsion spring is broken, and I've already loosened it up. So without that torsion spring, the garage door opener can't open the garage door. It's too heavy. And I can't even open it myself, just trying to really muscle it. So in order to fix this, I have to replace the broken spring. But in order to do that, I have to take this other one off anyway. So seeing as how this one is already as old as the one that broke, I'm going to replace both springs using parts that I got online. And in fact, I watched videos from the people who sold me the parts. Locally, I could only find people that would do the whole job. So parts and labor, several $100s. Whereas online, I was able to buy the parts for about $100, a little bit more with shipping. So I'm going to try it myself. Let's see what happens. So first of all, it can be dangerous. So you want to be careful about this part. This spring over here is still under tension. And so I have to release the tension on this spring in order to start the process. Let's see how it goes. The tension is the dangerous thing. All right, so there are a couple small bolts here that are holding this in place, and that's what's holding the tension right now. And I've got these rods that I will use to unwind this spring correctly. So I learned this on YouTube. First thing I'm going to do is kind of put some tension on here and have this hold it in place while I undo these bolts. Yeah, they've got kind of squared off ends. Okay. When I do this, there's quite a lot of tension that is now being held back only by the rods, and I'm going to have to undo this tension just about a quarter turn at a time, and it's going to take about 30 to 34 quarter turns. So lift that up, bring that down. I can do it this way. Having only watched this on YouTube, I'm going to guess that I can do it correctly. My strategy at this point is to take it slow and keep my face away from the path of these bars, because it's these bars really that are going to keep this thing from suddenly unwinding, letting a lot of energy off and potentially hurting someone. All right. Seems to be working, although I'm going to have to consult the playback because I was not counting how many quarter turns. So I'll watch the playback before I wind up the new one. But so far, so good. I'm safe. And it seems to be working. All right. Okay, tension released. Now I need to take off all this hardware where these things are connected to stuff, because I have to slide these springs off and put on new ones. Okay, so far so good. Using my 9/16 wrenches, I'm going to loosen these guys up. Kind of a tight fit over here on this end. There we go. All right. And this side as well. All right, we got that. I'm trying to wear gloves to keep my hands clean, and I'm not sure it's going to be the best. Okay. All right, here we go. And of course, okay, push these things off. And here's a recommendation from one of the videos. Go ahead and set that there just to keep that from falling out. All right, now I got to go to the ends and loosen the pulleys on the ends. All right, so this pulley has a cable on it, and that cable is actually what helps you to lift the garage door. It goes all the way down the side. There's no more tension on that pulley anymore, so I'm just going to see if I can pull it out there and just kind of set this aside, try to keep it from falling all the way down. Now I have to undo these bolts, same as before, little bolts with square heads on them. All right, so now that's loose. And you know what, I got to do the other side as well. Release this cable. Okay, and with this part done, I'm able to pull this back, take that off, set it aside because I need it again, and work this broken spring out of the mix. Man. I got a lot of junk in my rafters. Okay, so at this point, I can go grab the new spring and wiggle it on there too. Making sure, of course, that I put the right end in because there are two different ends. So line that up with this rod inside. Ah, very good. That one's looking really well. Put this in and I'll send this back through that hole. Now, let's go back and work on the other side. All right. We're going to take this pulley off. I have a little bit more room to work with here. So, pretty easy to take off. Now this spring is not broken, but it's as old as the other spring, so I'm going to replace it anyway. Another piece I'm replacing is a bearing that goes down here in between the two springs. It's a little plastic bearing, and on the advice of the guy selling parts, I'm going to replace that with this nice metal bearing, which only cost me between $5 and $6. So that should help everything work well from this point going forward. Except now it's stuck on the it's stuck on the bar. Let's see what I can do with it. Okay. Okay. All right, looks like this is possible. Okay, this new bearing got a little tripped up back here where the pole was bent a little bit from the way that the nuts were in there before. So I'm going to see if I can coax it over without just getting it more stuck. Let's see, how's the best way around that? I don't know. Maybe, let's see. There, okay. Rubber mallet, my best friend. Okay, so now I'm going to connect these pieces in the middle here. Back where they were before. And yeah, just get them nice and just in there really nice. Now I've already committed a little error here. I didn't pay super close attention. There are 4 different holes where you can put this thing together, and I didn't pay super close attention to what holes it was in before. So let's try something. If that's there, yeah, that's going to be the spot. All right, I found the place that seemed to fit best, so that this post, or this rod here, is not resting on here. So if I put it right up through that hole there, it's going to be a nice fit. All right, so let's go to it. I'll put this up like this. It's hot in this garage. Would love to open the door, air it out a little bit, but that's been my problem all along. I can't open the door. The garage door spring is broken. Remember? Yeah, that's what I was all wound up about, so to speak. Okay. Let's fix that. Now, I'm going to reattach the pulleys, and then we're going to have to start putting tension on this guy. All right, so near as I can tell, I've completed all the steps except for putting tension back on these springs. So let me position my ladder exactly like I want it. And I'm going to have to count here. So the tension is going to go upward. Got my bars. Ready? Okay, that's just neutral. I'm going to go 34 quarter turns. Okay? So here's here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 33, 1 more quarter turn. I can feel the tension. I can see why this could be very dangerous. $34. Now, tighten these guys up. Okay, so That should hold. Pull this one out. Okay, now I gotta do the other side. And if it works as well as this, I guess I'm done. That was probably a dangerous thing to do. I think I'm okay. Okay, 34 more quarter winds, and maybe I'm done. This could be the home stretch. What do you say? Here we go. Start now, it's nice and loose. All right, here's how we're gonna go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 32, 2 more, 33, and 1 more, 34. Okay, I'll tighten these guys up. And with any luck, this is the end of the road for this process. Okay, and with any luck, I'm finished. So, take the tension off. And let's try opening this garage door by hand. Okay, here we go. Okay, balanced. It's a little too tight, I think. Well, maybe not. Okay. Okay, now let's be smart, Alex, and see what the garage door opener can do. Whoa. All right. Well, that's what I've been wanting to do the last 2 or 3 weeks. Finally get to do it now. Looking okay. Sure there's still tension up here on the cable. So, So there you go. That's what happens when you watch a lot of YouTube videos and you do your best to learn what other people are trying to teach you, and you do a repair yourself. So far, so good. And I think I'm going to pay myself, since I'm not a professional full-time, I'm only going to pay myself about $300 for the labor instead of $400 or $500 for the labor, because, you know, I deserve a little something. Now, what can I get for $300? Probably like video equipment. That would be cool. Yeah, yeah. Hard drives and memory cards and stuff like that.